Welcome to Find Your Center. I'm Kate. Today for our beginning adult ballet class, we are going to learn to do a Rond de Jambe. And we'll take it slow. A Rond de Jambe is when we make either a quarter circle or a half circle with one leg circling around the other leg. That's what Rond de Jambe means, around the leg. So we will start with just finding those positions that our legs are supposed to go to. And I apologize that I'm cutting off my upper body here, but I want to give you a nice view of my lower body. So you can just put your hands on your hips here, or if you have a bar, so you can see me in the mirror here, if you do have a bar to hold on to, then you want your hand to be in front of you at the bar, or you can face the bar with your elbows slightly bent in front of you. So I'm going to go ahead and face the camera with my hands on my hips. And first position, I'm starting first with my heels and toes together, keeping my body straight. I'm going to lift my toes and turn out. So rotating from the tops of our legs to first position. Then we're going to shift our weight to one leg, and we'll take the other leg to, take the other leg to a tendu. So our heel is going to reach forward to go right in front of our standing foot. And here we are in our tendu de banc position. Then we'll flex the foot, point again, finding that position again, and bring the toes back to first. Then we're going to go to the side. Side is going to go on the diagonal, so I'm following that line out in the direction that my toes are pointing from first position. So following that line out there, pulling the toes up to a flex, and point and close first. Then I'll shift to the other leg. If you have one hand on the bar, this is going to be your inside leg. So we'll go front, flex, point, close, side, flex, point, close. So that's the first part. We're just going to do that. Let's do it 4 times through if we have enough time in the music. So front, side on one leg, front, side on the other leg, front, side, front, side, front, side, front, side. 4 times on each leg. First, take a moment to choose your position, either without a bar, hands on our hips, or the bar next to you with one hand on it, or with your bar in front of you with both hands on it. You want your arms to be between your shoulders and your hips as far as height goes, and you want your elbows to be slightly bent, whether it's with one hand on the bar or with both hands on the bar. All right, so I'll show you this angle this time with one hand on the bar. Let me adjust my bar slightly here. And go ahead and get into position. We won't worry about the preparation today. The music will go bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. Something like that. Might not be exactly right. And then we will start the exercise. Here we go. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. Tendu. Flex the toes. And point. Pull the toes back. To the side. Pull the toes up. And point. And close. Shift your weight. Other leg. Diagonal side. One more time. to go to the back. So let me show you the view from both of my hands in the bar. So now I'm going to again shift my weight to the supporting leg, and the working leg, or the free leg, is going to, toes are going to head back, and we're going to end with that heel, the one heel right behind the other heel. Make sure all of our weight is on that front leg, our abs are engaged, our hip muscles are engaged to keep us nice and securely on this rotated supporting leg. We pick up the toes and flex the foot and point, come back to first, putting the whole foot down as we come back. Lining up our hips, centering ourselves in first position. Then we go to the side, same position we were in before, flex, point to the side, and we shift our weight, other leg, back and side. So it'll be twice through. The music gives us enough time to do back, side, on each leg twice. Here we go. Choose your position. And. Tendu. Flex the foot. Point the foot. And close to the side. Flex the foot. Point the foot. And close other leg. To the back. Flex the foot. And point. And close. To the side. And flex. And point. And repeat. So now we're going to change it up a little bit and add a Rond de Jambe. So we're still going to those same positions, that same front, side, and back position, but now instead of coming in to change, we're going to stay out and draw a quarter circle between each position. So here's what it'll look like. To the front, and one hand on the bar again here. I'm going to do my tendu front, just like we did before. Now instead of coming back in, I'm going to draw a line with my toe, but it's not a full quarter circle because I'm going to that diagonal spot. So remember we went out on the diagonal? So that's where I'm going. I'm going from here to that diagonal spot. So it's going to be less than a quarter. And then I come in. Now I'm going to go side to back, so now it'll be more than a quarter because I start diagonal side, and then I go all the way straight back behind my standing heel and come in. Then I'll reverse it, so I'll go to the back, come all the way back, bringing that hip underneath to that diagonal side, and come in, side, all the way to the front, and come in. Showing you the view from two hands on the bar. So for this one, I do recommend holding on to something. It gets harder and harder to support yourself, to stabilize yourself. As we do Rond de Jambe, there's a lot going on with our hips, and it takes a lot of work in that standing hip, especially if this is new to you, but even for people who've been doing this for years, it always takes a lot of work in the standing hip. So either two hands on the bar or one hand on the bar, if you have a wall, a chair, whatever you have. From this view, it's going to look like front, side, close, side, back, close, reverse, back, side, close, and side, front, close. So we will do, let's start with the right leg this time. We'll do the right leg front to back, back to front, and then left leg front to back, back to front, and then repeat until the music ends. Here we go. First position, and. Oh, sorry, music wasn't at the beginning of the track. Let's try that one more time. All right. So go ahead and situate yourself with either 2 hands or 1 hand on your bar, or whatever you're using as bar. Here we go. Right leg front. Front, side, close, and hold. Side, back, close, and hold, and reverse. Switching legs. Twice as fast. Front, side, close. Side, back, close. Back, side, close. Side, front, switch legs. Front, side, close. Side, back, close. Back, side, close. Side, front. And again, same speed. Switch legs. All right. Let's reach our foot off the floor this time. So now we're going to draw a circle that is parallel to the floor. It's almost like it's hovering above the floor. So instead of just going to our tendu, we're going to keep reaching so far that as we pull our hip back and reach our toe forward, it has no choice but to lift off the floor. And then to reach further, we can't go out this way, right? Not without moving our hips. So we're keeping our hips stabilized. So to reach further with our toes, we have 3 options. We can go up, we can come back down, or we can go out to the side. We're going to reach out to the side, come into our Rond de Jambe side, and then come through that tendu side to close. Reach to the side, try to keep that toe at the same level, parallel to the floor, and come in. Parallel isn't quite the right word, but keeping that toe at the same level in a plane, thinking of it as like there's another floor that's right above the floor. So imagine there's kind of another glass floor that your toe is making that circle on. So same combination, but this time we're going to keep our toe drawing a circle on that glass floor that's a few inches up. Again, starting slow and then speeding it up. We'll start with the right leg again. From first position, and. Nice and slow. To the front, side, close, back. Close and hold and reverse. Draw an even line. Other leg. Speeding it up. Front, side, close. Side, back, close. And reverse. Other leg. And again. And finish. All right. Okay, so now we're going to step away from our bar. And we'll do the same thing. Hi there. We're going to do the same thing, but slowing it down more and not holding on to the bar. So, adjust myself here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and face my mirror so you can face the same way as me. Follow me, do the same leg as me, facing this way. And let's go ahead and bring our hands to our hips. And let me listen to that music again real quick here. So nice and simple, we're just going to go reach forward, da-dum, and side, da-dum, and close, da-dum, dun, dun. So we have time to center ourselves as we shift our weight to 2 feet. Then we shift to one leg again, reaching side, reaching back, and close. So same pattern, same thing we were doing before. Hands on our hips, and really focusing on that standing leg to stabilize ourselves as the other leg moves. Check real quick here, make sure you can see my feet in the mirror. Okay, here we go. Deep breath, anchor yourself into the floor, reaching forward, and side. Closing to first, nice and slow. Keep breathing, reach to the side, and to the back, the foot down to the floor, keeping the foot on the floor, which we call à terre. But now we're going to do that whole half circle together instead of breaking it up into quarter circles. So we'll take the foot, tendu front, then we're going to go all the way around to the back and close in first. And let's go ahead and go straight through. So we'll go first, through again to the front, back, come through to first. Front, back, first, and front, back, first, and then we reverse. Back, front, first. So that's all. We're going to do 4 front to back, which we call en dehors, opening to the outside. 4 back to front, which is en dedans, closing inside. So we're circling into ourselves. That's the idea. Bum, bum, bum. So let's do one leg and then the other leg. 4 en dehors, 4 en dedans, and then switch legs, 4 en dehors, 4 en dedans. Again, anchoring yourself in your standing leg as you just figured out when you let go of the bar. You figured out what maybe you need to adjust. Sometimes our foot muscles and ankle muscles are what give us the most trouble. Sometimes it's those muscles around our knee or around our hip. So try to figure out which muscles you need to engage more, where you need to maybe shift your weight, and think about that in that standing leg as we extend our rond de jambes into that half circle. So now the nice thing is that we don't have to pause at this position that's not really in the middle to the side. Now we just go right through it all the way from back to front. Here we go. And front, back, come through, and 2, 3, 4, and reverse, en dedans, back to front. Other foot, en dehors, front to back. And reverse, back to front. Other leg again. Remember to breathe. Back to front. Switch legs. And reverse. And finish. All right, shake out your hips. So rond de jambes are, I think, one of the most complicated exercises that we do in ballet. So today I taught you the basics of what it is, what more or less what you're supposed to be doing, but there are a lot of little details that you just have to work on, practice over and over, and as you get the idea of what the step is, what the movement is, where your legs and body are supposed to be, then we'll work more on how to engage the muscles in helpful ways to enable your working leg to move around your body without disturbing, without knocking you off center. Rond de jambes are really important for a lot of steps in ballet. We use them for pirouette preparations. We use them for fouette turns. That's a rond de jambe in the air. What is that called? Saut de basque. A lot of different kinds of jumps. We have pas de basques. So they're very important for a lot of different steps that we do in ballet. Different way, even preparations for our piqué turns also. So there's a little introduction to rond de jambes. And as you keep working on these, that will really center you and allow you to move from a place of power and control as you move into more complicated movements. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful week.